One.
Greetings to one and all members of the Thick Hog community out there that really resonated with a lot of people last week. So I guess we'll stay on the THC vibe. I was just 1 hour ago was sent a logo for the Thick Hog community. So thank you to Steven. If you want your last name read, I'll do that too. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's do the thing that we don't do that often, where we say the name of the podcast and then some things that people should do.
Our names
and our names and
follows
the whole kit and caboodle. Which remind me about that. Okay. Because that's a word that triggered another thing I want to talk about. But anyway, it's the worst year of our lives.
It's kitten caboodle, right? Like Kitten.
That's a better kind of caboodle, I would agree. But not what I was going to talk about. Yeah, so it's the worst year of our lives. What I don't know. It's a podcast. I'm Scott. You again?
Not Chinese Drew.
Not Chinese Drew. We found him. Now Drew.
I'm Taiwanese Drew.
Drew. Now
there's a difference.
Now on a streak of having done 2 weeks in a row of podcasts. You're going Lou Gehrig on this one.
Lou Gehrig.
I hope you die the same way.
You know what?
But I hope you have the same sex along the way too.
Nice.
I hope you fuck Marilyn. No, that was Joe DiMaggio. Who did Lou Gehrig fuck? No one?
I don't know. His wife, I guess.
Mrs. Gehrig?
Mrs. Gehrig. Sports. I'm sure that's our big fan base we got.
Fans love sports.
Sports.
I mean, we're talking about a fake sport on this podcast. They should be somewhat into it. While you're looking up who Lou Gehrig fucked, which is not a topic I thought we'd be into this soon in the game, but things you should do are subscribe on the YouTube. Just find go to the worst year of our lives on YouTube and you'll find it. Subscribe it, and when you subscribe, click the fucking notification bell, because then if you subscribe, you still don't get told that new things are up. So why even fucking subscribe? So subscribe, do the bell, like the episodes of the podcast, whatever. Leave a 5-star review in iTunes, and I honest to God don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do on Spotify or Google. Also, let us know if you listen to this on Google Podcasts, because does anyone? Is it even real? I know I submitted the podcast to Google Podcasts. I think it gets posted there. That's the end of it. That's the extent of my information on the subject. So let us know. And most importantly, actually forget everything I said up to now. Just send us fucking money. Fucking money. Money for fucking.
Money for fucking.
Money for fucking and your chicks for free. At paypal.me/not Scott Henson. NOTSCOTTHENSON. And then we'll keep doing it. And if you don't, we're just going to stop. How do you like that?
That's fair.
Put our foot down.
That's fair. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly. Money for podcasts in this case. What's the Lou Gehrig situation?
It doesn't say.
Was he fucking?
No, yeah, I'm sure he fucked, but it didn't say.
I'm sure he fucked. I'm sure Lou Gehrig didn't die a virgin.
But
of the disease.
It's always
of his eponymous disease.
It's always crazy. Like, I always think he played later than he did.
Like 30s, right?
23 to 39.
Yeah.
And he died at 37.
He's a pre-war guy.
Yeah, but I always thought like late 40s, early.
You kind of put him in with DiMaggio and almost even
stuff.
Mantle. Yeah. Well, no, he's a contemporary of Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah, I guess he is.
Ruth is 20s, 30s.
Yeah, Ruth's 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think that it's like later.
Yeah.
Than it actually is. Oh, Muffin, he died. R.I.P.
Wait, are you just learning that Lou Gehrig died?
I thought he was the only person to survive it, and that's why
I thought the reason he
Lou
played
Gehrig.
so many baseball games is because he never died. That's why he was the Iron Man.
I thought he survived Lou Gehrig's disease.
What are you talking about?
And that's why it was called Lou Gehrig.
Oh, because he's the one guy who beat it?
Exactly. He triumphed over the disease.
The man who
so they named it after him.
The man who beat 100% fatal ALS.
Yes. I guess he was married, and he was married the whole time he was a thing.
But was he like married to his job?
No, her name was Eleanor.
Her name was Baseball.
Her name was Dingers.
I don't know if he was a Dingers guy. I think he was like a solid hit.
He was a contact hitter for sure.
Yeah.
He was also in the 1938 movie Rawhide.
Nice.
He was the star.
He was the horse.
He was the horse, of course. This is the horse.
Now, what was Kit and Caboodle made me think of Kit Kat.
Okay.
Which made me think of Kit Kat Gold.
Okay.
One of the most delicious chocolate bars I've ever eaten. It's so good. I can't imagine it's Canada only. It must be in America too.
Sure.
But it's basically like
Let's make that assumption and not go into it any deeper.
Absolutely. I don't care. We have it. The end. But it's basically your standard Kit Kat, only instead of the regular chocolate, it is caramelized white chocolate. And it's so fucking good. Here's how good was it, Scott? I'll tell you, Drew. I bought, I don't know, let's say 8 of them at once because they were on sale. And because products I like do have a history of disappearing on me, so I like to get while the getting's good. So I bought 8. And then upon sorting through my treasures at home, I noticed that one of them was a regular Kit Kat and not a Kit Kat Gold.
Well, you should have fucking paid more attention, dumbass.
I should have fucking paid more attention, dumbass. So then I'm like, well, I don't know, what am I going to do? Not eat it? So I ate it, and compared to the Kit Kat Gold, and Kit Kat is a decent middle of the road chocolate bar. It tasted like fucking poison,
like dog shit.
It was the worst. A regular Kit Kat compared to a Kit Kat Gold is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. And you've seen some of the things I put in my mouth.
I've put things in your mouth.
You've put things in my mouth. This was worse than those. So if I could give a piece of advice to the listening public, it is do not eat a Kit Kat regular anywhere in the vicinity of a Kit Kat Gold.
Don't even put them in the same drawer or cabinet in your house.
No, it's like Gordon Ramsay yelling at you for storing cooked and raw meat together.
Correct.
Don't do it. You're gonna get sick. So yeah, what other research have you done?
Research have I done? I mean,
I don't know. You were scrolling like mad. You must have got
I'm just
something.
looking at stuff. Did we know that Ned Beatty died
Yes.
like 2 days ago?
Oh, then no. I assumed he was dead for longer. If you had given me an RI possible on him last year,
Yeah.
I would have said dead.
All right, possible. He died at 83.
Awesome. Damn. Shout out to
The one who gets fucked like a pig.
Roseanne's dad.
Sure.
Grandpa?
Roseanne.
Dad.
Roseanne.
He was Roseanne's abusive dad.
Ed Connor. So I imagine it's John Goodman's dad.
Oh, Goodman's abusive dad. Yeah, that sounds right. Actually.
That's not what I know him as. I know him as the one that has to squeal like a pig.
He's the pig. He's the pig in Deliverance.
He's the pig in Deliverance.
He's in Jaws.
I'm sorry. What?
Is he in Jaws?
No, he's not in Jaws.
Or is it? I'm just thinking
He's in Network.
that someone else in Deliverance is in Jaws. Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider is
is
not in Deliverance.
Someone is in both.
No, no one's in both.
There is Jaws, Deliverance. Oh wait, did the shark play someone in Deliverance?
Bruce the Shark was that's his name. Bruce the Shark was the rapist.
I know. That's just delighted.
He was the rapist.
He was the rapist.
Yeah. No. Neither John Voight, nor Burt Reynolds, nor Ned Beatty was in Jaws.
Robert Shaw?
Nope. Ronnie Cox? Nope.
Richard Dreyfuss?
Bill McKinney? Nope. The rest of the rapists? Nope.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Why do I think that?
I don't know. You're retarded. You are legally retarded. I mean, Ned Beatty kind of looks like the sheriff who runs the town, but
I guess. Huh. Well, I don't know what to do with this information.
he's in some good stuff. It's a shame. Network, excellent.
Yep.
Superman, pretty good.
Was he Superman?
He is not Superman.
Was he Lex Luthor?
He's no.
Was he Richard Pryor?
He was
Superman 3 starring Ned Beatty as Richard Pryor.
He was noted bisexual top Richard Pryor.
The 70s were the best.
No AIDS.
No AIDS.
Everyone was bisexual.
Yeah,
or like
Not even. It's just straight guys fucking.
Yeah, it's not even about being gay or
so
bi.
weird.
It's literally just about having sex.
It's the dream.
Yeah, it really is. It's just about busting a nut. And, like, not using your body to bust a nut.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, using another body.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just about feeling skin on skin. That's what it is. Or I guess in this case, intestinal tract on skin.
Yeah, just like, and everyone is just ruined on cocaine and Quaaludes. Like, it doesn't, like, gender stops mattering after a certain amount of drugs.
Correct.
Literally a hole's a hole.
A hole's a hole. Any port in a storm.
But the hole does still have to be...
Especially if that port is Marlon Brando's ass.
I was going to say, that hole does still have to be famous. Because it's only famous.
Oh, yeah. You're not... Like, can't imagine a lot of 70s like most famous and most popular black comedians in the world is randomly hooking up with strangers.
Yeah, like, I don't know if Marlon Brando is giving up pussy to, like, the man on the street. Right?
I don't like what I'm Googling, but it's just going to take me to porn. Okay, that's not...
What are you Googling? Who did Marlon Brando fucked? Men Richard Pryor fucked.
Oldest gay celebrities and why we still love them. That's not what I was looking for, but... Old Hollywood celebrities who were gay.
And why we still... Even though they've committed the sin...
James Dean, gay. Marilyn Monroe, gay. Spencer Tracy, gay. Katharine Hepburn, gay.
I don't know
Marlon Brando, gay. Barbara Stanwyck, gay. Anthony Perkins, gay then straight. Greta Garbo, gay. Montgomery Clift, gay. Tallulah Bankhead, I don't know, gay. Cary Grant, gay. Rock Hudson, straight.
What?
That was the trick.
That was...
I love Anthony Perkins though. Like,
Perkins great.
Lived almost his entire life gay. Then when he got older,
and then settled down with a nice lady,
married her, and I think maybe had kids.
That's such a wild move, especially for then. Like, that's like a progressive move now.
Yeah.
Let alone in the, I don't know, 70s.
Yeah, it would have been post Psycho. So yeah,
Psycho's 60.
I don't know who any of these famous old gay men are.
They're all... Why are they all so fat for...
Who's Richard Chamberlain? Why do I know him?
He's Neville's dad.
Dad.
Nice.
George Takei. Rhymes with gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Well, Sir Ian McKellen, sure. Joel Schumacher, dead.
I'd ask Joel Schumacher about it, but he fucking straight up died.
Barry Manilow. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these old John Waters, of course.
Nice.
Sir Elton, of course. Only 72. I would have thought he was older.
He should be older than 72.
He looks good, but he's also got a lot of money to keep himself from looking old.
But I feel like Bruce Valanche, a truly hilarious looking man. Elton John should be like 88 in my head.
Exactly, yeah. So anyways, the thing that I Googled was famous 70s gay sex.
Well, that's...
I wanted to see what the results were. Maybe it would give me these famous actors had gay sex.
I don't think that's going to get you where you want to go, but then again, I'm not sure exactly where you want to go, so you might get exactly that.
Famous actors who had gay sex. 13 celebrities you didn't know who had gay lovers.
Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Richard Pryor.
Spoilers for next podcast, by the way.
Number 1, Richard Pryor with a bullet.
I mean, it should be. That's the right answer.
He also admitted that he had a relationship with a transgender woman.
Yes.
Katharine Hepburn,
something about
whatever. Little Richard.
Something about black comedians of the 70s and 80s.
Little Richard.
Quote unquote, accidentally getting transgender prostitutes. Of course, Little Richard. What are you talking about? How's that a surprise?
Hugh Hefner. Claims to have had a male lover for a while back in the day.
Yeah, Hugh's just kind of a fuck everything guy. I see that.
Malcolm
X.
According to the biography, there's speculation he had a relationship with a white male benefactor. So, he was gay for pay.
Gay for pay, and a white guy was in charge of the Black Panthers.
Whatever. You're gonna Julius Caesar. Everyone was gay.
Yeah, look what they wear. They all dress gay.
Yeah, James Dean. We all knew that.
I don't know if I did.
Yeah, you did. Oh, it just says all the Spartans.
Yeah.
Cary Grant. Mm-hmm. Of course.
That's a
very
classic.
famous. Who's Langston Hughes?
Author?
Okay, sure. I'll believe you. I haven't read a book in 25 years. Rock Hudson definitely didn't do anything bad.
Nope.
Clive Davis.
The Motown guy.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who bought and sold hundreds of young black musicians.
Love it. Love it. I thought that was Mr. Barry Gordy.
That is Barry Gordy. Clive Davis is a different record label guy.
10 movies where the stars had real sex on screen. That sounds good.
Brown Bunny.
Top 20 famous gay celebrities. How is that even a thing? Actors who have done porn. Jackie Chan is number 1. Have you ever seen it?
I have not seen Jackie Chan porn.
It's whatever. It's grainy. It's old.
How about Sylvester Stallone?
I've seen the Sylvester Stallone one. It's
Italian
also...
Stallion. Classic.
I like this is just oh, whoever wrote this article needs to get canceled. What year is it from? 2014. Okay, then they're not. Then it's fine.
It's borderline.
It's fine. This is just 5 male celebrities caught having affairs with men. Number 1 is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
But that was a transgender, not a man. But in 2014, you could call
yeah,
a man.
it would have been an MTF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A transgender prostitute. But
yeah.
you know, who's
way to go 2014.
Okay. I don't know who 3 of the people on the list are.
I'll tell you.
John Travolta's not number 1. Come on.
John Travolta should be number 1.
Casper Smart.
Oh, that's the that's the ghost's last name. The little gay ghost.
Hank Basket.
Isn't he the guy on the show Baskets?
Yep. Joe Simpson.
He's on The Simpsons.
Brother of OJ. Orenthal J and
Orenthal Joe Simpson. It's OJ.
Oh,
he went by
gay.
Joe sometimes.
OJ's gay.
That's why he was mad, because he was mad at Nicole told her friend at the restaurant that OJ was gay, so OJ had to cut both of their heads off.
There was so much blood. Guess what? I can't get this glove on. This glove doesn't fit my wide open
Doesn't
hand.
fit my crazy wide open hand.
After it's been dried for 2 weeks.
That, I think, already had like another protective glove on it.
He had to put a glove...
latex glove.
Johnny Cochran requested that he put a glove on because they thought if he put the glove on, they would find... Like, they would use it as a... Oh, we found DNA on the inside of the glove.
Which is very funny.
Very funny. This is Chewbacca. Oh, man, Johnny Cochran. What a guy. R.I.P.
I'm more of a Jackie Childs guy.
Oh, okay. You mean fake?
Literally fake Johnny Cochran.
Yeah. I like finding out who is a secret gay.
It is fun.
It is fun, especially because it hits close to home.
I was going to say, it'll be exciting in 40 years when people find that out about us.
Yeah, 40 years.
Or, now. Or 5 years ago.
Yeah, or like a while ago.
What was the... Oh, I did a good move yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. I woke up at 10:55 a.m., which is like borderline when I would get up. I prefer in the 11s, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, wake up at 10:55. I'm like, all right, let me just like shut my eyes for another minute. And then I wake up from a brief snooze and I see it's 10 past the hour. I'm like, all right, I got another 15 minutes. It's 11:10. Time to go about my day. It was 2:10. I slept for another 3+ hours.
Nice.
It was a good move. I was like kind of embarrassed about it. Because I'm like, man, I'm really going for it today. I'm kind of a piece of shit today. So
today.
Only today. So I made up for it by volunteering at a soup kitchen.
Soup kitchen? Do those even exist anymore?
I don't know. Where can I get some soup? Where can I get? We had soup today, and it was lovely, actually. But where can I get free?
We didn't
soup?
get it. We didn't get it from a soup kitchen.
Where was it prepared, Drew? Where do you think it was prepared? You think it was prepared in a soup living room? A soup parlor?
A soup crawl space.
A soup crawl. Okay, I would love to open the soup crawl space as some sort of weird gimmick restaurant.
I like it.
Maybe like between in a small area between two other restaurants.
Yes, that you have to squat down to get into.
Or like the 1.5 floor of another restaurant.
Yeah.
Or 9.5. We go John Malkovich on this. Is it 9.5? 8.5. No, 8.5 is the Fellini movie.
Yes. Also, some porn star died that I'm now curious if I've ever seen one of her scenes.
What's her name?
Dakota Sky.
Oh yeah, I fucked her.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I fucked her.
You know she's a woman, right?
What's that? Like, just F or MTF?
Just F.
Or FTF?
She looks like a child and I don't like it, so...
So I'm going to stop looking her
I'm
up.
going to say I haven't, but now that I'm on Pornhub, you need to
Turns out maybe I have.
Oh, but it didn't even take me to her page.
Could we go a day without you looking up porn while we podcast?
No. That's what the fans want. They want visuals where I watch porn.
They want to hear you watching porn.
She must not even be popular because she's not even on Pornhub.
Was she murdered?
She died in a recreational vehicle accident.
She was murdered by her car.
Yeah, it was a real Christine situation.
By an RV.
An RV, yeah.
So a Robin Williams situation, because he was murdered by RV.
He hung himself in an RV.
He hung himself in the movie RV.
Well, I found her Twitter.
Good.
She hasn't posted in a while.
Is it a memorial account now?
I don't think they make Twitter accounts into memorials.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, well, I don't think I ever saw her. She also looks like she could play one of those, like, I'm 16 and my daddy wants to put it in my butt girls.
That's a good kind of girl.
Which
I like that kind of girl.
Yeah, it's a lot of...
I am 16, going on 17, daddy fucked me in the ass. You know, from Sound of Music.
Oh yeah, of course, Sound of Music. That's how it was. How about some crime scene photos or something?
Can I see? I'd like to see the body.
I want to see the body, please. Anywho, now that I'm not looking up porn anymore,
what are you even going to do with yourself?
I'm just going to sit here quietly and try not to get a boner on the podcast.
Quiet. I love... Look, people place too much weight on talking
on audio
during a podcast. I think a little podcast quiet time is nice.
Yeah.
See, wasn't that nice?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I enjoyed that.
Get to collect your thoughts and actively think about how much you want to watch porn right now.
Think of interesting ways to kill yourself.
Yeah, hang yourself in an RV.
Yeah. Hang an RV over yourself and drop it. Looney Tunes style.
Dude, you know that in real life, coyotes are actually faster than roadrunners?
What?
Yeah. Blew your mind.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh,
Andrew.
I do not like my government name being used.
Andrew Douglas Smith.
That is my legal full government name.
Driver's license number. Oh, wait.
Scott. Oh,
if you don't know my middle name, we are fucking through professionally.
William Henson.
I pulled it out, folks. He got it. He's like,
well, I knew it was
it was why do I call him Bill? Oh, yes. William.
Bill Henson.
Can I pull off Bill?
No.
I don't. I can't.
You know what
right?
you can pull off, though? Being a lion. Scott got called a lion today by a guy, and he is less than unhappy about it.
Let me ask you this: how many pieces of tiger paraphernalia was I wearing?
Sure, you were wearing a tiger shirt, but at very like brief glance of your face mask, there isn't a lot of tiger on it. I mean, you can see the nose, right? But the nose also looks tan. And I don't think he saw the the lines on the side. I think he just saw the nose and the brown.
There's no stripes above the nose. It's just orange. You got your whisker dots, your whiskers, the mouth, and like white chin, obviously, and then the sides are white with like faint black stripes. So, I guess, but like,
and he also just looked at your face and saw that you're mentally challenged, so he knew you were a lion.
he knew this is clearly the dumbest of
this
the
is
big cats.
a lion. This guy's retarded. Lions are retarded. Thus, this guy is a lion.
And like, yeah, like the hair and beard. I get it. Like blonde hair, blonde beard.
What does he want you to have a orange and black?
I was gonna say,
hair?
do I have to stripe all of my hair? Because I'll do it. I'm not busy. So if I have to do it, are you looking up people? Oh, that looks fucking good. I want to do that.
You could do that,
But
Scott. That could be you.
But
that one's bad. I don't like that.
That one's horrible. But the first one was good.
Here's a golden retriever dyed like a tiger.
That's fun too. But you have to do it on short hair. You can't do that on my hair.
I guess, but what you're so unwilling to get a haircut to get this.
If you tell me I'm getting that, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
You're getting that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell him to do this.
You're gonna do spots, not stripes.
Yeah.
I'd kill you. That's like when like the tattoo artist lies about what he's doing.
Or you get an Asian tattoo that's supposed to say like peace and love, and it says soy sauce and balls.
The big two in Asian culture.
Okay,
soy sauce,
Scott,
and balls.
That is wild.
What am I looking at?
That's like a woman's hair.
Oh,
and
like
it's like a tiger.
A big braid.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, it's just like
or it's just
flattened,
just
and
flat
then,
straight down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No. Whatever that was.
Why do you want your dog to look retarded? Pretty cool. I like it.
I've seen that dog before.
Looks good.
I've seen that tiger dog before.
Looks good.
I can't imagine the dogs love the dyeing process.
I feel like most people use like a natural dye as opposed to like
chemicals,
but also humans are monsters, and I hate them.
Yeah. Oh, so what I got excited about before.
I like typing in tiger hair, and you just get balding
Tiger Woods. Golfing on this past Saturday. First hole, I put my drive in the right rough, right near, like, because it's like the edge of the whole golf course,
right?
By like a whole bunch of trees, and as I'm approaching, I see right at the tree line like a bunch of like small brown animals, and I'm like, there's like, I don't know, 8 of them. Mm-hmm. I'm like, are those little rabbits or something? As I get close, coyote puppies.
Oh,
so cute.
Did you steal one?
I took one.
Yeah.
Put them in my golf bag. Played the whole 9 holes with them.
Sebastian's got a friend.
Yep. They would be smaller than Sebastian, but eventually not.
Eventually bigger, yeah.
Unless I kept feeding Sebastian.
That's true.
I kept feeding my cat to get as big as a coyote.
Give him HGH, except for HCH.
Human cat hormone?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Oh, so you want.
He wants CGH.
CGH.
We need HCH. Someone get on that.
You could. I think you could easily domesticate a puppy. Like
I think so.
Like a
I think if you got,
baby,
yeah.
I think you could. I don't know that you'd want to, but I think you could.
Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to, head to Fraserview Golf Course in Vancouver, British Columbia, because there's bunch of coyote puppies there. Although I think mother coyotes are angry and protective.
Oh, you don't say.
So I didn't even think about it at the time because I was like getting pretty close to them because I wanted to see them, possibly pat them. Yeah. They weren't into the patting. But it didn't occur to me until after, like, oh, maybe a mother coyote could have mauled me.
I mean, there could have been a pack of them, and you.
Well, apparently, like a pack, like I don't know if it was in Stanley Park or something else, like a pack of coyotes, like surrounded a woman and her dog. Yeah.
I think I've read this before, that there's only on record one ever recorded incident of coyotes killing a human being. How
embarrassing would that be if it was you?
It was a woman.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's probably embarrassing because she's fucking dead.
1, it was a woman. 2, she was asking for it. Look what she was wearing.
Look what
meat.
she was wearing.
She was wearing Lady Gaga's meat dress. And the coyotes were
Fatal
hungry.
attacks.
1.
Oh, there's 2.
2.
But one's a baby. Get out of here.
Doesn't count. Anything can kill a baby.
A woman died in a national park in Nova Scotia.
Canada. I like it.
She was on break from a concert tour where they stalked and chased her down on a trail. And
Chased her down.
She died from severe injuries and blood loss.
Damn.
That was sustained during the assault.
The one person killed by coyotes.
This girl. Right here. There's even a picture of her.
Who's that? Melissa Etheridge?
Yes, Melissa Etheridge. She's dead.
Who's that? Katie Lang?
Taylor Mitchell.
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, the only human being on record killed by coyotes. You heard it here first, Swifties.
Swifties.
Yeah. So who steps up, takes your place? Demi Lovato? They them it up?
Oh yeah, she's into women now, right? And also hefty.
Is she hefty?
I think she's a little hefty.
Pardon me. Are they hefty? I love using plural for Demi Lovato. I mean,
I think she's a little.
She was a Disney girl, right?
Plus sized.
Was she a Disney girl?
Picture. Yeah, she was.
So she was molested.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't be too mad at her. Someone we both know blocked me on Twitter for shitting. That's Demi Lovato?
Yeah.
She looks fat as shit in that picture.
I mean, there's also this amazing one.
I think that might.
This one.
Okay, I feel like those last two might be photoshops. I'm not sure Demi Lovato is 400 pounds.
When was the last time you saw her in person?
Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, then I believe you. Anyways, you were blocked on social media because...
by someone we both know, who I will mention off air.
Okay. Somebody we like or don't like?
Kind of neutral. I think we're okay.
Oh.
Yeah. My feelings were hurt for getting blocked.
Oh. Is it a person that I unfollowed and then didn't see a response to a message I made? That you said somebody replied to a comment I made and I said, did they? And then I realized I had silenced his tweets?
No.
Oh.
No, it wouldn't have been his in the sentence.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, they were mad at me for shitting on Demi Lovato for doing they them for attention, and in the same point, because I posted a picture of her or whatever, because she was wearing like a straight up like cultural appropriation, like a native attire, and then it also had a picture of a tweet saying like, I'm also 1% African, and then I wrote something to the effect of, oh, is this the same test is this the same fucking test that told you were non-binary or something? Like it was a solid tweet. And
that's good.
was generally well accepted. -1.
-1.
But anyway, you can't please all of the people all of the time. Except I could up to that point. But the streak is over. Much like your streak of 2 podcasts in a row.
Yep. Where I'm not Chinese.
Yep, that's over. Full Chinese Drew. How do we do Chinese? What would a Chinese Drew be? One. How do I work one child policy into Drew Smith?
It's a 3-child policy now. Because they need to get their population up.
Egg Drew Smith instead of Egg Foo Young.
Sure, I'm into it.
I don't know. I'll work on it. It might be. I don't think it'll be as uncrackable as Patch Adams.
I'm not calling for an ethnic cleansing here.
Oh, I love any sentence that starts like that. But yeah, what's the but?
You know how in areas where deer are eating too much and destroying forests and cropped areas, and we have to do a culling?
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
So you're calling for, like, not an ethnic cleansing, but like an ethnic tidying up?
A cleanup. Spring cleaning.
An ethnic spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
All right. Who's going to be mad at an ethnic spring cleaning?
In your house, number 14.
14.
Revenge of the Taker.
Arguably
a name.
Arguably the stupidest name, but I'm still going to give it to It's Time.
It's blank time.
Correction. No, actually, omission from last show, not correction. I did not say where I watched In Your House Final Four. That
You're really bad at that.
well, yeah,
You miss like every second one.
Well, I missed 3 or 4 because I'm in for the December one. I had to say like 4,
Yeah.
and then the very next one I forgot again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw Final Four at Hussein Sunderji's. This one, I have been racking my brain to figure out because I couldn't remember offhand. Most of them I can remember offhand. This one I could not remember offhand, and I thought watching the show would like bring it back. Still didn't really. I'm leaning towards My Place though. So I'm going with that because at the end of the day, who cares?
I'm gonna try next time. I'm gonna try and get the notes down to 1 page.
Okay.
Rochester, New York.
I mean, even if you did this in not all caps, it might be less.
Yeah, but it's definitely I don't have to capitalize.
But it
things.
is fun.
I can just like blah, 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 blah.
To do all caps.
Yeah. Okay. Rochester, New York.
Home of the Red Wings.
Sure. Home of the Rochester Red Wings.
Yeah. Is that still a team? It was a team.
No. Hasn't been a team since the 1970s, dummy.
No way. 90s. Fuck you. Fuck you twice, Drew. You piece of shit.
They still exist.
Okay. Get out. Get out of your house. This is my house now.
They play in the
Absolutely fuck you.
Oh, no. They didn't exist. No, they did exist. Okay, never mind.
A written apology.
Triple A East Division.
Since the 70s. Since you were 10.
Yeah.
And I was years from being born.
They did not play this year.
I was a twinkle in my grandfather's eye.
Gross.
In the 1970s. My parents weren't even born in the 70s.
Gross.
P.S. My parents were born in the 40s. that's a real thing. That's a long time ago.
My parents were born in the 60s.
Yeah, but your mom was 12 when she had you.
Sure.
You're... Look, I'm not saying you were a rape baby. But...
But I'm not.
Yeah.
So this one...
Actually, my parents are right in the right spot. They're both born in 1949. So when you're born like late in the decade, like the number of decades you've been alive in, you get so fucking mad. My parents have been alive in 9 decades.
Pretty good.
That's bonkers.
My parents were born at the beginning of the 60s.
Yeah. So not as cool.
Not
so
as
they've only been in 6?
Yep. 60s, 70s,
Seven.
80s,
Seven.
90s. Yeah. So we got a free-for-all match on this one. It was the Sultan versus Flash Funk.
I've never seen you bite harder on a false finish.
Sure.
You thought it was over, man.
Whatever. It's the free-for-all
That
match.
second rope
Who
somersault
cares?
leg drop, you thought that was it.
So at the beginning, they make reference to Vader being trapped in Kuwait.
Who is for real trapped in Kuwait.
If you've never seen the clip of Undertaker and Vader on a Kuwaiti talk show,
Yeah.
where the interviewer guy says it's fake, Taker sort of like bites his tongue and just like kind of brushes off the comment.
Taker, the voice of reason, realizes he's in Kuwait.
I mean,
who cares?
Taker's a pretty level-headed dude.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
He's like, I don't know. I don't need to go that out of my way to maintain kayfabe on Kuwaiti TV.
Yeah. However, Leon did not take it that way.
Leo, no fuck around, baby.
Just watch the clip. The clip is amazing, and it ended up with Vader being put in Kuwaiti detention for like 2 weeks.
Kuwaiti pound you in the ass prison.
I don't think it was pound you in the ass prison. Also, I don't think anybody's pounding Vader in the ass. I feel like he's
Vader does have top energy.
Yeah. Well, top energy, and also just like not doing gay stuff energy.
Yeah.
I want to see, but it doesn't really.
There must be something. I don't know, like where in the Wikipedia it would be, but I'm sure it's there. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
He was detained by Kuwaiti authorities for 2 weeks. Then he was fined $164 for the incident.
Well, that's like that's 1.6 million Kuwaiti shekels.
At the time, sure. Now it's not even worth their time.
What
Well,
monetary unit does Kuwait use?
The Kuwaiti...
The dinar?
Kuwaiti token.
Is it the dinar?
Could be.
Look it up. Now. If it is, I'm very clever. I bet it's not. But it'd feel good.
Kuwaiti dinar.
Sick!
KWD.
Guys, okay. Send
Tell me the Crown Prince.
Send me I believe currently I think it's John Kuwait.
John Kuwait.
His country's namesake.
Yes, you got it. You nailed it.
Is it Saddam Hussein Jr.? Does Iraq still own Kuwait?
Yeah, they definitely do.
Kuwait's just like 6 square blocks of oil fields, right?
Not anymore. They all burned up.
I guess Saddam burned them all down.
They got rid of all of them.
So what is it now? Just a mall?
Just a mall.
Is Kuwait a mall?
Yeah, it's like a check cashing place and a discount shoe place and goat pregnancy tests.
Sure. Well, you gotta know if you got that goat pregnant.
You do. You do.
We don't need another goat baby.
Anyways, Vader's trapped in Kuwait.
Yeah.
The match is fine. There is one very funny thing right towards the end.
So they have a little punch out on the outside of the ring. Sultan either gets thrown back in or even just rolls back into the ring of his own accord, and stands up and is basically fine. And then Flash Funk, who granted did land the last punch, but whatever, Sultan has recovered. Flash Funk comes into the ring, and Sultan just sort of walks toward him, lowers his head, and allows Flash Funk to DDT him. But little did we know, he was playing Thick Skull Possum. And immediately popped up from the DDT, because even though he's playing a Middle Eastern man with his tongue cut out, everyone knows, wants to know.
Everyone wants to know.
He's Samoan. So he immediately pops up from the DDT and goes to town.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
Very silly.
What do you got?
I just saw a very fun match on an All Japan show from 2011.
2011, okay.
The one team of Big Van Vader, his son, and Hama.
Oh, yeah.
Against Mazada, Rene Dupree, and Taru.
That's a bit, yeah. I forgot Vader and his son did a bit together in All Japan.
And Vader and Hama on the same team.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That rules.
Former Triple Crown champion Hama.
Correct.
Even at that time.
Correct. There's a very poor miscommunication on what we assume Sultan was doing, going for a sidewalk slam.
Yeah, it looked like he was just doing like a basic side lift, but then I don't know, out of instinct, because true, like that is the same place a person would be if you're going to give them a flying head scissors or something.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so Flash does a giant jump and like starts like putting himself upside down basically.
Yeah.
For a lift that Sultan was not expecting.
Oh,
and
oops.
Yeah, Flash just sort of falls on his own head.
Yeah, he really does. Then the aforementioned spot I bit on, and the only reason I bit on it is because like they were pushing Flash Funk.
Oh yeah, they were,
and
for sure.
No, it's not like they care about any character. So I was like, oh, the Sultan probably loses a lot. So he's just coming off a Mania loss, so he's got to get his heat back. Yeah, he does a second. So Funk does a second rope moonsault 180 leg drop. It had a name, didn't it? The Funkin'.
I thought it was just a somersault leg drop.
Was it?
Yeah,
maybe it was just a second rope somersault.
He also does the tumbleweed off the top. That's the 180 somersault leg drop. Yeah, but I think this was a second rope somersault leg drop. It was cool.
I definitely bit because I was like, that seems like a finish. In 96, 97 WWF, this seems like a finish. It wasn't.
For sure. And then what was the finish was also kind of a surprising finish.
We had said, like, what even was the Sultan's finish? And we decided it was the camel clutch, of course. But when we... Funk gets the Sultan sitting on the top. He goes up like he's going to do a Hurricane Rana. He jumps up and goes.
He doesn't really jump. He climbs into position.
He gets in the position that you would be in to take a Hurricane Rana, and ends up getting just powerbombed.
Yeah, to do a Hurricane Rana. Yeah,
very just like. Funk is already going down, and Sultan just has to like lean
go with
forward.
them. Yeah,
he doesn't really do anything.
But yeah, was at the end of the day was not expecting a top rope powerbomb finish on the free for all or anywhere. It's 1997 WWF.
Yeah, but we've seen like Mark Miro do some stuff. And
that's true.
Flash Funk did some stuff that we were like surprised about.
Yeah.
So the pay-per-view opens with a pretty cool, like, Freddie Blassie voiceover of the Undertaker-Mankind feud.
Yeah, or Johnny Cash.
I'm pretty sure it's Freddie Blassie.
Did it not sort of sound like Johnny Cash?
He sounds like Johnny Cash.
Kind of looked like him, too.
Kind of. So we go right into the WWF Tag Team title match, which is Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, formally representing the Hart Foundation, who have formed since the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That was last in your house.
Yeah.
Going up against the returning, for us at least, Legion of Doom.
Is it our first heel versus face tag title match in 6 months?
It absolutely is. It absolutely fucking is. I just want to quickly do when they come back.
What are you looking for?
Return. Oop, I went too far. They didn't return in 1992. What are you talking about?
Who?
The Legion of Doom, brother. Oh, is it all the way at the bottom? Wow.
When they came back for this run?
Yes.
Just like February, March, like after the last In Your House and before Mania, because they're on Mania.
Right. 1997. They came back randomly on a Raw in February and lost a double count out to the Headbangers.
Why? Why not win your first match? You're the fucking Legion of Doom.
It's the exact same reason why you can't, like, random people can't beat, like, why Razor Ramon couldn't cleanly beat Jeff Jarrett at WrestleMania 11.
Yeah.
Like, I guess this match was on the ECW Invasion Raw.
I'm going to say that was probably February 24th.
Correct.
You're welcome. They did come back on that. That was a big fucking Raw.
Even though I literally just said the date before when I said when they re-debuted and came back.
Okay, here's two sides of that coin. One, that is less impressive. Two, I definitely wasn't listening when you said that.
I wasn't listening to what you said. Of course. Why would you? Yeah, it's a lot of...
but yeah, that was a big Raw. Because like, that was all the ECW stuff and an LOD comeback.
Big Stevie Cool versus Little Guido. Taz, Mikey Whipwreck,
where Taz discovered that WWF ropes are a little higher than ECW ropes.
Correct.
Because he tried to belly Mikey Whipwreck over the top rope to the floor and then realized that his head came below the top rope. And he's like, oh, brother, I'm short, brother.
Bro, I'm going to show my dick to a minor, bro. And
leave Pete alone.
And Tommy Dreamer versus Devon.
Yeah.
And then there's just a lot of bullshit with the Nation. And
it was a very, very exciting Raw, though. I remember, like, flipping out.
I mean, it's a cool thing.
Yeah. The Sabu dive off the top of the Raw sign.
Yes.
A classic.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of the match is just Legion of Doom looking good and Owen and Bulldog looking like jackasses.
Sure.
I was excited to have Hawk and Bulldog in the ring together because they are two just like big sloppy oafs.
And also junkies, as I pointed out.
Complete fucking junkies. Their interactions were whatever. Hawk throws like those mean, like hook you with the like where your wrist is clotheslines. Yeah. And Bulldog throws pillowy forearm.
They literally throw the opposite clotheslines.
Yeah. Hawk tries to hurt you. Yeah. And Bulldog doesn't want to touch you.
Bulldog's a marshmallow.
Yeah. Then
I would rather wrestle Bulldog. Thank you.
Me too. There's a very fun Owen Hart bump where he doesn't tag Bulldog in. He tells Bulldog to pick him up and give him the power slam. He picks up Hawk, who drops down behind and shoves Bulldog into Owen.
Yeah.
Owen takes a big flying back bump. As he lands, does a complete roll with his legs going right over the bottom rope
to
and
the outside.
right to the floor.
So good.
It was amazing.
Love that.
Then they get back. So they get control of Bulldog. Animal goes to sit on the top rope.
Yeah.
Hawk suplexes him up onto Animal's shoulder, who does a second rope power slam.
Assisted top rope power slam.
For the 1, 2, 3, which we're like, I don't remember this happening.
LOD won the tag title.
Number one, Animal is absolutely strong enough to climb to the second rope with the Bulldog.
Yeah.
So the suplex was completely nothing.
I do like the suplex.
Yeah, sure, but it's just an added thing to a thing, you know? It
is a thing with a thing.
Going into a headlock to then go into this to then just do the thing you were going to do anyways, you know?
Yeah.
It's real lipstick on a pig. Even though that doesn't make any sense. I just like saying the thing. Anyways, they celebrate the win. Crowd goes crazy. A second ref comes down.
Crowd goes ass wild.
They do go ass wild.
Is that a term?
Yeah. A second ref comes down. It says Owen was the legal man. Bulldog wasn't. Bulldog and Owen have already pouted their way up the ramp.
Yeah.
Referee says that due to Bulldog not being the legal man, the match isn't over. Owen and Bulldog have to come back, and then if they don't come back, they'll lose the match by countout. But they decide to come back anyways. And then when they restart the match, they don't restart the match with legal man Owen Hart.
Yeah, they restart the match with, I guess, I don't know, is it technically a new match? So whoever
kind of
is in can be legal, but it is just funny that it just, the finish was overturned because of an illegal man, and then those same illegal men start the match.
They get Animal down, and they give him the old, what's the actual term for it? The old leg splitter, the nutcracker, the
hugs and kisses.
The hugs and kisses.
I don't know, wishbone splitter.
Yeah, the wishbone.
Wishbone.
You can.
Do you wish you were blown?
No, but I wish that the spot was blown.
Okay.
Which you get a very audible Jesus Christ by Animal.
Yeah, they got his groin good.
Yeah. So, anyways, after the match,
No, it was before your time. Have you ever seen it? It was a 3-way with me, Dan, and Wade.
No.
In early 04 at the Hells Angels place.
No, probably not.
So they didn't do that. They started like that. They each had a leg, but instead of just just kind of snapping my legs outwards, which you can very easily fake and not hurt a guy's groin, they both dropped an elbow on each leg and made me
back to back on each other, and then
made me fully do the splits. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't tear my groin or something, but I fucking felt it.
That's because your legs are indestructible. It's only your arm.
Powerful hunches.
Only your arm.
Yeah.
Third surgery. No, you can't
keep chanting for third surgery. You had your chance. I mean, I did get a third break in my arm. It's just that one happened to not require surgery. You got pretty close.
Pretty close. As close as I'm going to get. And you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
So once they get back in the ring, it's 100% just LOD kicking ass.
Yeah.
Owen and Bulldog do nothing. They hit a Doomsday device on Owen, and then there was a weird Animals in the ring, sort of like posing at the crowd.
Yeah.
Hawk's going for the pin. The referee.
Hawk is just straight up pinning.
Yeah. The referee's kind of weirdly
he's really hesitant and tentative,
looking around, and then he goes down, but he's like, "Oh, Animal,
hey, Animal,
you
can't stand there and pose.
You can't be
while
in the
this
ring.
Legal man is pinning this legal man."
And then he goes 1, 2, and then
there's Bret.
Bret comes in and breaks it up. So clearly, Bret missed his fucking cue.
Well, and then looking back at the replay, the ref is looking to the back from before the time they even hit the Doomsday device.
"Oh, Bret should be
time
here
for
already.
Bret to show up.
Bret should be here so that nobody has to kick out of the Hogan leg drop."
The main event of WrestleMania.
You know what's really funny is how many times that's fucking happened.
How can nobody gauge?
Papa Shango missing that, so that Sid has to kick out of the leg drop.
Yep.
You got the Big Boss Man missing the cue in the was it Mankind Rock?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then it just happens all the time. Like you'd think that. Like even if it's okay, let's say it's the responsibility of the wrestler to know what's happening in the ring to be ready to go. Like you're like, okay, I have to interfere in the next match. I should be standing at Gorilla and waiting the whole time until even if it was that. There should still be somebody from the office who's like, hey, you need to be here so you don't miss this fucking spot.
You're putting on a show where everything is planned. So make sure the planned things happen right. Make sure the person goes on stage at the right time in the play. That's what this is.
Yes. They don't do, but sometimes it seems like they don't do that.
It seems like they don't understand that it takes an actual amount of time, a measurable amount of time to run down the ramp before you get into the ring to break it up. Like if
they think, oh, there's the spot, I need to go.
There's the thing. The ref has counted 1. I should run through the curtain
all the way
and
down
run
the
a city block down to the ring now. I'll make it before 3.
Yeah. It's not like you running out early is a bad thing.
Yeah.
You running out late is a bad thing.
Early's better than late in this situation.
Yeah, but clearly...
Same with periods.
Early periods?
Early periods.
Late periods are scary.
Very scary.
I've had a couple of those.
I'm having one right now.
Oh, heavy flow. You should see those gross commercials with Amy Schumer talking about them. If there's one person I want talking about period blood, it's old pig face.
Hasn't she done enough in her stand-up?
Nope. Apparently not. So after this, they go backstage. They get an interview with the Hart Foundation where it's Owen and Bulldog saying they're the greatest team, whatever, and that they need to look out for Stone Cold Steve Austin because he's already arrived at the building.
Yeah.
Then we get Sonny and Brian Pillman backstage hyping up the
and
phone
they're
line.
just having sex.
They're just fucking, which good for him.
So if you call the hotline, do you get to hear Sonny and Brian Pillman have sex? Because
yes,
I would like to go back in time
I want to go to there.
Call that hotline.
I want to go to there. Then we got a highlight of the Nation of Domination beating down Rocky Maivia in, did they say South Africa or something?
There was talk of South Africa.
It was an international event.
South Africa.
So the next match is an Intercontinental title match, which is Rocky Maivia versus Savio Vega. Savio finally got nation gear.
Yep.
When the match starts, Farouk comes down with his arm in a sling and he joins commentary.
Farouk gets hurt a lot.
Yeah, but look, it's always wrestling.
Usually Ahmed Johnson's fault, but yeah, he's had poor luck.
Yeah, he's got a real opponent that's not exactly interested in being a safe professional wrestler.
Not exactly good at wrestling. Cares about his or his opponent's safety. Can speak English.
Brother, I don't know if I'm ready for it, bro. Don't worry, man. Taker will take care of you out there. No, I don't know if I'm ready to carry the strap yet. I'm like, sure, you're winning the title. So there's one of my favorite spots, which is Savio whips the guy in the corner, runs and does the spin kick, and then hits the spin kick and goes over the top rope to the floor.
Lands on his feet like a fucking pro.
Fucking love that spot.
Is that the thing Puerto Ricans always land on their feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are Puerto Ricans cats? Are
Maybe.
they a kind of cat?
Yeah, Puerto Rican cat. You never heard of a Puerto Rican cat?
I mean, like in like the jazz term, yeah. Hey, I know this cool Puerto Rican cat on 105th Street. Are you looking at Puerto? Hey, there's some
Puerto Rican cats.
Puerto Rican cats. They even got the flag.
Yeah.
Maybe they can vote for president one day.
There's got to be a furry from Puerto Rico who's a cat, right?
100%.
If you're listening, please let us know.
Yeah.
If you know of a Puerto Rican cat,
or you are a Puerto Rican cat,
please let us know. We need to know. We need the information.
Here's a dumb thing that I think I should know, or even have known in the past and have forgotten. I'm getting a lot of that lately, which bodes well for my brain.
Of course.
Can people in Washington, D.C. not vote for president?
I have no idea.
Is that a stupid question? Because Puerto Rico can't.
No, neither can Guam
None,
or the
like,
Virgin Islands.
none of the territories can, but can the District of Columbia?
Yes, residents of Washington, D.C. can vote for president.
What can they
DC
not
has
vote
3
for?
electoral votes in the Electoral College. D.C. was granted voting rights from the president due to the 23rd Amendment. However, more than 600,000 residents of Washington, D.C. still suffer taxation without representation because they have no voting representation in Congress.
I think in Congress. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was something with DC because it's not a state. So there's a mayor of DC, but there's no governor. There's a mayor of Washington DC, but there's no governor of the District of Columbia.
Yeah. Which is,
and I guess no congressional people.
I'm not fully up on the history of America because why would I be?
Well, in 1776 is where we get our kicks? No, that's Route 66. Turns out I also don't know.
1770. Get your kicks
on 1776.
What is Washington D.C.? Like, why is it a District of Columbia? Why is it not a part of Maryland or a part of Pennsylvania or its
Virginia.
own province or Virginia or province? I'm sorry, state.
I mean, there's probably a reason it's not a province.
No, explain.
Yeah, well, it's when they made it the capital, because it definitely wasn't before.
Yeah,
but why they did it that way, no idea. Why it's not just part of a state.
I'm sure that was it at some point.
I think it must have been.
See, I don't remember learning anything about the United States in school. I feel like we skipped over all of that and just was like, here's Canada and Europe.
Yeah. I think before Washington was the national capital, I think that place, whether or not it was called Washington, I don't know if it was just part of probably Virginia, maybe Maryland. Probably Virginia.
It looks like it's sort of a combination, I'm not really 100% of Georgetown, Maryland and Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, yeah, let's just move in closer, be one thing.
Yeah. But then not be in a state.
Yeah, I'm not looking up a million things on why it's not a state. If you're a historian of the District of Columbia,
then you're a nerd.
You're a nerd, and you'll die alone. And
the end. We don't even want to hear from you.
And if I killed you, would anybody even miss you?
Yeah. If you fell in the forest, would you make a sound?
Yeah. It's weird. I don't understand it. I'll look it up afterwards. We'll watch one of those District of Columbia explained in 3 minutes videos on YouTube with animations.
George Carlin's Hardcore History. No, Dan Carlin. George Carlin's Dan.
So on commentary, Farouk tells Rocky. But no, see, I wrote Rocky and I asked you, Rocky. I think he was talking about Ahmed. That's why Ahmed came out. Said you called me out.
You know what?
Yeah,
you're right.
So Farouk told Ahmed to bring his black butt home.
Yeah.
Then
because he wants Ahmed to join the nation.
He wants Ahmed to join the
which
nation.
is stupid because they've been doing nothing but feuding for 8 months now.
But he's feuding with him to get him to join the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which he eventually does for reasons
unexplained, and then leaves for reasons unexplained.
Yes. Well, leaves because it was stupid.
Yes. So at one point, Rocky does a fisherman's suplex, which is weird. You see him doing professional wrestling moves.
His second straight bridging suplex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then at one point, Lawler refers to Rocky's feud with the nation as being baptism under fire.
Not a phrase.
Well,
close.
It's not like Jerry Lawler's, intelligent or educated.
I think he kind of is, actually.
I guess. He's from Memphis.
Yeah, he's a smart guy for Memphis.
Sure. Which is
a sliding scale, yeah. I'll give you that. But
and then
he's a Memphis intellectual.
That means he doesn't marry first cousins.
Yeah.
He marries second cousins.
They only have the same great grandparent,
not the same grandparent or same parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first incidence of a future superstar doing their finishing move as a throwaway transition move.
3 minutes into the match, and the guy easily kicks out.
He hits a rock bottom.
Yep.
Out of nowhere, and
Savio has no problem with it.
Nope, and it's not even a pin attempt.
I think it was a basic ass 2 count.
I thought he hit it so that he could, like, as a transition, but
it could have been a double down, maybe. But I think it was just a 2 count. Yeah.
At some point, Savio tosses Rocky to the floor, which leads to Crush giving him the old heart punch.
Who is wearing a special glove to do the heart punch?
It makes your hand harder.
Yes.
If I've learned anything from wearing black leather gloves, is that it hurts more, and if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
And you look cooler.
I like the amount of OJ Simpson
A lot of OJ.
references.
A lot of juice.
Rocky does a great bump to the floor, a great sell.
Yes.
And Savio gets the count out win, which he's very pissed about, and starts sort of arguing with Crush from the ring to the floor.
Hey, stupid.
Crush comes around the ring.
I can't win the title by no count out, you stupid.
That's pretty good. I ain't Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican.
That was somehow complimentary and dismissive at the same time. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So Savio and Crush argue because Crush is white and he shouldn't be in the nation.
Yep.
Then Fruit gets...
Also, Savio shouldn't even be in the nation.
At least he's ethnic.
You know who should be in the nation? PG-13.
Correct. They are the they've one of them's got an impasse.
The blackest members of the nation.
Jamie Dundee's got an impasse. So Farouk leaves commentary, comes in the ring to settle everything. Rocky gets thrown back in the ring, and all of the nation starts laying the boots to him. Then Ahmed runs out to make the save, looking svelte by Ahmed Johnson standards.
Yeah.
Like he's probably lost 30 pounds.
They must have told him he got fat.
Or, yeah, they definitely told him he was fat, but he probably just looked at himself and was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But
I shouldn't do this until 3 years from now.
3 years from now, I can gain
where I'm
100
Where I'm going to go double this.
Yeah. He gets the microphone. He calls Savio Vega an illegal immigrant.
American citizen. Savio Vega.
He calls Crush a convict. And he
born and raised in the United States.
It's not a state, so it doesn't count.
You know what? It's a territory.
He calls Crush a convict, and then he says something about Farouk's black ass.
Yeah, they're really going black on black.
They are. It gives me a heart attack. Then he, on commentary, Farouk had said that if Ahmed was like a real man, he would face like all 3 members of the nation.
Which they might do at some point.
It's the next In Your House.
Oh, it is. They do it.
I'm
guessing he beats the first 2 and loses to Farouk.
We'll see.
That's what happens, isn't it? I called it. Did I ruin it? Did I spoil it?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
I spoiled it.
He accepts that he will face all 3 of them. Then we're backstage. We got Ken Shamrock on America Online, where Lawler says that the rumor is that he's going to challenge Mike Tyson.
Well, he doesn't, but I don't care because we get something better than Ken Shamrock Mike Tyson next month.
Yes, we do.
We get Ken Shamrock Vader.
We do,
and it's the best.
It rules. So we got Handsome Doc backstage interviewing Mark Mero.
Vader back from Kuwait, not a moment too soon.
Back from Kuwait to immediately have a stiff fist fight with a real shoot fighter.
Yeah, just have a full-on real fight with a UFC champion.
Which Leon is less than happy about.
Yeah.
So Handsome Doc is interviewing Mark Mero and Sable backstage. While they're interviewing, there's like a bathroom door behind them.
Yeah.
And there's a big commotion. So as Handsome Doc kind of dismisses Mero and Sable, and he goes and the door opens a bit. You see Earl Hebner in there. There's a big fight because somebody's getting butt fucked.
Yep.
And as Earl comes out and he tries to run away, Handsome Doc asks him what happened, and he says that Bulldog and Owen are beating up Austin.
It was a rape.
Oh, it was absolutely a rape. Then we come back to the arena where we're setting up for the next match.
I'm going to read most of what you said on this line.
No, read the whole thing. Read the note.
Google
gobble, one of us.
Here's what I was going to read. I was going to read a respectable young gentleman in an Undertaker shirt. The end. What the whole line says is a respectable young gentleman in an Undertaker shirt, open brackets, a.k.a. retardo, close brackets. Are you happy?
I'm so happy. I'm enthused. I'm glad it was you and not me, the man who wrote the note.
Undertaker's fan base, ladies and gentlemen.
That and the Deadites, or whatever the fuck they were calling them.
Creatures of the Night.
Creatures of the Night.
The Deadites.
So next up, we get Jesse James.
Thank you for spelling it right.
2 M's.
Did you guys know that when he would, like, pre-Road Dogg, when he was Jesse James, the real guy who sang With My Baby Tonight, he spelled James Jammes?
Well, I don't think
like no one
spelled it James.
Probably
they
not.
spelled it James.
But like that's what the Chirons say. That's what it's listed as on cagematch.net.
That's what Cairo says.
That's what Cairo says. Cairo TV7, Seattle.
Yep. I meant Cairo, Egypt, but whatever.
I see.
So they got a promo.
How about Tommy Cairo from early ECW?
Oh. How about the Cairo Kid? That's something. I just don't remember what it is.
It is something. I think it's a Stephen King short story. That's the Colorado Kid, but what are you going to do? Colorado Kid, a Stephen King short story that somehow spawned a 6-season television series, Haven.
Called?
Haven, which I watched all of. Because why wouldn't you? Which starred for a part of it. And I will tell you his name as it appears in the credits on Haven. WWE superstar Edge.
Nice.
No Adam Copeland.
Nice.
It stars Edge.
Nice. Cairo Kid is a thoroughbred racing horse. That's how I've heard the name before. I'm a big racer.
Yeah.
And by racer, I mean whites only.
Are you, as far as races go, what are you, a big Seabiscuit guy?
I'm a big Seabiscuit guy.
Are you a Seattle Slew?
Yep. Keep going.
The man from La Mancha.
Pancho Villa as himself.
Man of War is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Then I sort of got off track.
So they show a promo pack. So Jesse James comes out singing a song. Then there's a promo of Honky Tonk Man trying to recruit Jesse James to be with him, which leads...
Why does Honky Tonk need a recruit
He's
so
old
badly?
and can't wrestle anymore, but he still wants
so
to
he
live in
needs
the
to
spotlight.
live vicariously through a boy?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
As you do as well.
I do all kinds of things through boys.
You're not the one of the group who's groomed some children, though, so...
That's true.
We know someone who did, maybe.
So we won.
I want to know answers. I need to know answers.
We all want to know answers.
We're probably not getting them, though.
No.
So next up, Honky Tonk comes out and says that he's got his recruit, and it is the former Billy Gunn. It is Rockabilly, which Billy Gunn comes out wearing barely
the same.
Like he doesn't really have gear.
I guess he got a new jacket.
It's black pants and a rockabilly kind of looking jacket.
Like a rhinestone-y jacket.
He does some of the worst fucking dancing.
He's a bad dancer.
I feel like it's just that he's not invested in doing it.
He does seem like he knows from the get-go
Yes.
this is bad.
Well, what I asked you, which is I think maybe the reason why he's not dancing,
is this intentionally bad?
It was the plan the whole time to make him and Jesse James a team. Whether or not they were going to be the New Age Outlaws or whatever, but like they both have like rockabilly country rock star gimmicks. Was that the plan all along? Because if it's the plan all along,
for them to say like this rockabilly shit is gay, we're the New Age Outlaws.
The idea of him just like not being invested in it and not being enthused about it makes more sense, because then it's like, oh, this is what they've given me to do, I got to do it. And then it turns out that like I hate the Honky Tonk Man, and I want to team with this cool country music superstar
who also likes rap. He's like the original Lil Nas X.
Yes, he does, except for he's not the same. He's slightly different.
Name 2 ways that Jesse Armstrong is not the same as Lil Nas X.
I will give you 3.
Okay.
1, he's not from Atlanta.
Okay.
I don't know if that's where Lil Nas X is from.
I don't know either.
I assume. Number 2, Jesse Armstrong or Brian Armstrong.
Oh, it is Brian Armstrong. Why did I call him Jesse Armstrong?
I don't know
because his fake name is Jesse James. I guess.
Brian
Pardon
James.
me, Brian.
Brian Armstrong knows who his father is.
You got me there.
Bullet Bob, baby.
Bullet Bob.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Bullet Bob. And little number 3,
Is a better singer.
He's a better singer. Little Nas X is from Lithia Springs, Georgia, so I'm counting it as a win.
How close to Atlanta?
I don't know.
Show me a map. I'm not counting it yet.
I don't know where Atlanta is.
It might be like
Atlanta's over here.
I think Savannah's over there. Just give me a bigger map and I'll tell you. So where he is, it's like northwest Georgia, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you just give me a map of Georgia and tell me where Atlanta is. That's just. Is that Atlanta?
That's Atlanta.
Drew, I'm going to give this to you.
Yes.
I'm giving it to you.
I'm not a racist.
You crushed it.
I have friends
Honestly,
in different countries around the world.
got hoes
and if you ask
in
any of
different
them,
area
I am
codes.
not a racist.
I got to give it to you. I'm impressed.
Sick. Shout out to Marco Arnautovic, who's not a racist. Anyways, the match is really nothing. Like, it's kind of sloppy. It's not like either one of them
really
at this point is really a good worker.
And
like,
honestly,
they get better, but
yeah, neither really is ever a great worker.
No, I think
Brian's better.
I think Road Dogg is really good at what he
his
does.
thing.
Like his gimmick, his character, his style. He's very good at it.
Yeah.
Billy is very athletic
and bad at wrestling.
Is capable of doing a cool thing now and then. Like the one and only when he did it to smaller people was fucking incredible.
I am the one and only. What is that? Chesney Hawks?
I don't know.
I am the one and only. Nobody I'd rather be. You know that fucking song.
It is though.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
You know it.
I can't play it. 1991? No, I wasn't born yet. I don't listen to your old fogey music, Scott.
Also, I don't know what key I was singing in the first time. I got it the second time.
Yeah, the match is really nothing. This is the second match of a future star using his finishing move as a transition.
It was like one of the first moves
he just does a Faymaster, but it's nothing.
Yeah, this one might have not even had a pin.
Yeah, I don't think this one did.
It was such a nothing.
Billy does some more horrible dancing.
So bad. And so half-assed. That's the thing. So
it's a real Susumu, but worse.
Yeah, I think your theory might be right.
At least Susumu's a little more interested in being in the team.
Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. We're talking about Susumu Yokozuka in Dragon Gate in Japan, which is a wrestling promotion.
Natural Vibes.
Which pretty much almost everyone in the promotion is broken up into factions. And Susumu, who is well into his 40s at this point, has been put into the Natural Vibes faction, which aesthetic-wise, I would describe as reggae. And their gimmick is dancing.
They dance.
Like J-pop idol dancing.
Yeah.
And he loves his friends. He loves his teammates. Yep. He just is not that into the dancing. He loves everything else about it.
He loves his friends so much that the group was together, then disbanded.
Yeah.
And then when they were going to bring it back together, he was like, yeah,
I'm back in.
Put me in it. I'll do the fucking dancing.
I love my friends.
So the finish of this match was fucking weird. So Billy gets James in a suplex with Billy's back at the turnbuckle.
No, the suplex starts in the middle of the ring. I'm like, okay, we're going to have a suplex.
Yeah.
And then Billy, who is in control, starts backing up to the point where, his back is to the turnbuckle. So if he now suplexed him, he would suplex him into a reverse sitting position on the top rope, which he could then give him a reverse runner from. We hypothesized. But then, even more than that, Billy now starts climbing up the ropes backwards, so now he no longer even has the leverage to suplex him, period.
Yes.
So the best I can figure is he was going to get the second rope, hang onto that suplex hold, and then do a tornado suplex.
Yep. If anyone's going to do it, it's Rockabilly.
But then instead, Jesse James just small packaged him and pinned him.
Yeah. Backstage, we got Kevin Kelly talking to Steve Austin and Grill Monsoon. Sort of Austin's...
I was wondering who Austin Gorilla was.
Yeah.
It was Steve Austin / Gorilla Monsoon.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I was just trying to place an Austin Gorilla that I could not. Is King Kong from Austin?
King Kong?
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, Austin, Texas Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas Island. Of course.
So,
Popular spring break destination.
Just talking to Austin about getting beaten down by Owen and Bulldog, and Gorilla Monsoon says that like if he's gonna let Austin get his chance tonight, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna move that to the main event, and Mankind and Taker will go before. Then we cut backstage to a guy that we're like, who's
this?
fuck is that? So we had to rewind.
It's ECW personality Lance Wright.
Yes.
Future ECW personality Lance Wright.
Future. Yeah.
After this,
yeah. So he's with the Hart Foundation, where Bulldog and Owen both claim that Austin jumped Owen, and that's why they beat him up.
Yeah.
And then Brett,
a real he said, she said.
and then Brett really just is like, I'm a douchebag who in the future people are going to realize I'm a douchebag, but right now they think I'm the best wrestler that's ever lived.
Yeah.
So we
especially
get
stupid Canadians.
we got a Mankind Taker hype package. Then we get a backstage interview with Mankind and Paul Bearer, where Mankind has a bunch of boogers in his mustache.
Full of boogers.
Just disgusting. Then the WWF World Title match, which is Undertaker defending against Mankind. Last time we watched was Brett winning the title the night before. He loses it to Sid, who then loses it to Taker at Mania.
Yeah, so there have been 2 title changes since the title change we just saw.
It's a hot and heavy start with Undertaker kicking Mankind's ass.
Yep.
Taker's got a bandage over part of his face from Mankind throwing a fireball in it a few weeks before.
Yep.
Then Taker goes to the second rope to do like a diving clothesline.
Yeah.
And just sort of
and gets like a weird spring off his jump up because he middle of the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it almost really didn't work.
Didn't land properly.
The ropes are too loose for that
They
shit.
make a second reference to Vader being in Kuwait.
Yep.
Where Lawler makes the joke of Vader's doing hard time.
Yeah.
Which Vince does not appreciate and immediately
He's like,
cuts him
stop
off.
that.
Like, shut up. It's a serious situation.
Jerry, shut up.
Then Mankind does a series of very scary-looking pile drivers on a man much taller than him.
Yeah.
The first one, Taker, was 100% not set to,
Yeah.
post, so he just sort of, gave him the pulling pile driver.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when Taker gets back in control, he accidentally sandwiches the referee between him and Mankind. Then Mankind puts the mandible claw on and gets a very visual 8-count pinfall on the Undertaker.
Mankind should be champion.
But then a second ref runs down and Mankind immediately
Apparently not fast enough.
mandible claws him
Yeah.
until he's out cold.
Mankind immediately attacks the new ref.
After that, Paul Bearer throws a chair in the ring, which Mankind ignores and immediately goes outside and gets a chair.
Yeah, he's like,
Or gets
chair,
the stairs.
not good enough. Stairs, please.
When he gets in the ring with the stairs, the Undertaker sits up, and as Mankind's picking it up to slam Taker, Taker does what the commentators appear to say is a drop kick.
It
is
almost technically was.
Do both feet leave the ground?
Both,
Yes.
lefty just barely left the ground.
Do both feet make contact with the stairs
No.
or fully?
No.
It is like a jumping one-footed kick.
Yeah.
But of course
He did some good drop kicks in his younger days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Mean Mark had a
Mean
drop
Mark?
kick.
Yeah, for sure. The stairs land on Foley's head. Then there's an unprotected chair shot, as is tradition.
I like that note. As is tradition. Yeah, he wallops him pretty good.
Yes, he gets him really good. But it's the first of 10,000 to come.
Yep.
Then he throws Mankind at the ropes to do the old grab the top and second, put your head through it and hang. But I don't know if it's intentional. Maybe it is.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
But
yeah.
Foley doesn't really, or Mankind doesn't really get his head through. He just gets sort of the top of his head, which pulls his mask off. He goes to the floor. Taker holds the mask up oh, I fucking got him.
Yeah.
Then when Mankind climbs up to the second rope, Taker has the chair.
Yeah.
And gives swings it, smacks Mankind with it, and he does what I've called the bump.
Yeah.
Which is the get hit with a chair, turn 180 in the air and fly headfirst through the center of the
Absolutely
table.
upside down, head first, creating a hole in a table.
It's the best bump. It rules.
It's so good.
It's so good. So he eventually gets back in the ring. Taker hits a choke slam, which Mankind kicks out of. He then picks him up and gives him a tombstone for the finish.
Yep.
Post-match...
It truly was the revenge of the Taker.
It was the revenge of the Taker. But his revenge was not over. Because after the match, he goes and grabs Paul... He chases Paul Bearer around ringside, sort of. And by chases, I mean Paul Bearer slowly walks away and runs away. And Taker just, like, walks at a normal speed. So he catches Bearer, he gets him in the ring like he's going to beat the shit out of him.
We were postulating whether or not Undertaker could tombstone Paul Bearer.
I don't think so.
I landed on no.
His weight is too unevenly dispersed.
You can't tombstone a sphere.
You cannot.
It can't be done.
I don't think he could get his hands around him to protect him.
Yeah.
And Paul Bearer is definitely not holding up
He's
his
not.
own weight.
Paul's not helping.
No. So he has Bearer like he's going to kill him. Mankind slowly gets up. And the spot, obviously, is Taker is going to push Bearer between him and Mankind as Mankind throws a fireball.
Yeah.
You can see the flash paper, you can see the lighter.
The whole thing.
But you can see that Mankind can't get the
You
lighter
see him
to light.
going furiously with the lighter.
So he turns around and pushes Bearer. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
He then goes over and just kicks Mankind in the stomach, grabs Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Then they do the exact same spot.
That's correct.
And the lighter does not light again. So he then pushes Bear out of the way, just beats the shit out of Mankind.
Watching stuff like that happen makes me really cringe because I don't know if I've really had an incident like that in a wrestling match, but
I have.
But you have. That's right. But I can see it and I can feel like being in there something is going wrong that's not your fault.
Yes.
And just time stands still.
Yeah.
And this is the worst moment of my life.
I had it twice in one match. Neither of which were my fault.
Yeah. It's just the worst.
So Taker beats the shit out of Mankind. He then just gets Paul Bearer in the corner and just beats him until he's sitting down. He grabs the flash paper and lighter. He's trying to get it to light. It's not working. There's a guy on hard cam side that's holding up a lighter hey, Taker, I'll give you one. Eventually, Taker gets the lighter to work. You can see the flame. He gets way too close to Paul Bearer's face. And just chucks it into his face, and it looked great, but it also looked like he legitimately blinded Bear.
I mean, yeah, once it worked, it worked.
It worked. It was a shoot. He blinded Paul Bearer.
It was a long trip to get there, but man,
it was worth it.
The destination made the journey pretty worth it. Bear got fucking lit up.
So backstage, we get another Bret Hart promo. So Bret comes out with Bulldog and Owen, and before Austin comes down, referee immediately tosses Owen and Bulldog out, and Austin comes down. It starts hot and heavy, as it should be, because they're in a blood feud. We noted that this was the first time we'd seen Austin with one knee brace.
Yeah. Second one coming.
Second one's coming. The majority of the start of the match was just brawling on the floor, brawling in the crowd. Austin did a big... He jumped off the guardrail and did a double axe handle into the crowd on him?
Yeah, high flying Steve.
Yeah. But once they get back in the ring, it's just Bret working the leg. He removes the knee brace, which leads Lawler to ask McMahon, "What's in there again, McMahon? Crucible ligaments?"
Okay. The crucible I heard, which is I assume a portmanteau of cruciate, which are the ligaments, and crucible.
Yeah.
I didn't catch
that
it wasn't ligaments.
It was ligaments.
Ligaments.
He said ligaments.
I like that a whole bunch.
Crucible ligaments.
I really like that.
So yeah, I mean, the match was it was a Bret Austin match where it was all psychology by Bret and all brawling by Austin.
It was, here's a hot take, another overrated Bret Austin match.
Not bad, but it's not this amazing match. I believe it has a 3 3/4 by David Meltzer.
It's
a 7.58 on Cage Match,
which also works out to about 3 3/4. So it's consistently that's the absolute highest I would give it. And honestly, with the DQ,
Yeah, lower, for sure.
3.5 tops.
So they eventually Austin gets back on top.
Spoiler, it's a DQ finish.
He starts working on Brett's leg. Then the resulting is sort of Brett goes for the sharpshooter. Austin gets out of it, like counters it before he gets it on.
Yeah.
Then he puts Brett in a sharpshooter. He puts Brett in the sharpshooter, and we're like, oh, I guess Austin just like straight up wins this. Like,
I knew he didn't, because I was pretty sure Austin like never gets a straight up clean one on Brad. But I'm like, he should right now. Like this should be the finish.
Feels like it should be the finish.
Yeah.
But so Owen and Bulldog run down. He bops both of them off the apron. He goes back to put Austin or to put Brett in the in a. I think he puts him back in.
Yeah, he puts him back in another sharpshooter, center of the ring. I'm like, he should really beat him here, but I know he doesn't.
Bulldog slides in, smacks Austin with the chair.
Disqualification
In the
main event.
So then post match, Austin gets back up and he beats up he dumps Bulldog, he dumps Owen. Then Brett cuts him off, goes outside and gets the ring bell, tries to clobber his knee with it, but Austin counters by hitting Brett in the knee with his chair. Then Austin just works over the knee a bunch, puts him in the sharpshooter again.
Yeah.
Till the referees and backstage guys come out to drag him off. Owen gets in the ring and to save Brett. And then it's Austin in the ring selling his knee and Brett on the outside being carried while selling his knee.
And Owen whispers in Austin's ear, I'm going to break your neck in 4 months.
I'm coming for you. So we said, like, this must be the start of
this must be wheelchair Brett.
Wheelchair. Then...
Because Brett's, he's in a wheelchair in, like, spring 97.
Yeah.
Because even though... Oh, no, he's not champion. But, like, leading up to him winning the title, I think until pretty recently into it, he's in the wheelchair until SummerSlam when he beats Taker via failed Shawn fuckery.
Yeah, it sounds about right. That's the spit in Michael's face.
Yeah.
Goes to hit Brett with the chair. Brett ducks, hits Taker.
Brett
then
pins
still
Taker.
has to make the pinfall.
Because he's a professional, question mark?
He's a professional who was going to hit a guy with a chair, hits the wrong guy, and then still counts
the pin and gives the world title to the guy he just wanted to hit with a chair.
Wrestling's stupid.
Wrestling's hella dumb, guys. In case you're wondering.
Yeah, so after this, we kind of said, like, oh, man, so... There are 3 out of 5
I was
matches.
like, oh, great. The main event ends in a disqualification. Oh, wait. The first match was a disqualification. Oh, and also there was a count out. 3 out of 5 matches with absolute bullshit finishes.
Yeah.
Not a great show.
Not a great show.
I don't know how...
Really big show.
Really big shoe. I don't know how great next month is either besides Shamrock Vader, which rocks my cock, so I don't care about the rest of the show. And then the one after that is... the best in your house of all time.
Yes, it is.
So get hyped for that.
I don't think there's a lot of really good stuff on the next one. I think
it's Taker Austin for the title.
I think we looked at it and we were like, we are wrong. We are wrong. There's a 4-star goddamn. Oh, that's the next one.
The good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot.
I don't think it's a lot.
Do
we get that new Blackjack's free-for-all match?
That's the one after.
That's also Canadian Stampede?
That is also... Where am I looking? Canadian Stampede. Canadian Stampede has...
Damn, Stampede can't lose. Even the free-for-all rocks.
Can't lose.
All right.
Yeah, next one, not so great. Nothing.
Nothing.
Other than Shamrock Vader, nothing.
Yeah.
There's... We do get the Nation versus Ahmed Johnson. So
Gauntlet, handicap, whatever.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
I'm not.
Fine, no spoilers. We don't want. Yeah.
You nailed it.
Think how many listeners we'd lose if people knew the finish of the Ahmed Johnson match for next month. I know I nailed it. What else could it possibly be?
I don't know. Gay sex.
That's how face versus 3 heels works. Correct. Period. The end.
That. You know what? You're right. That's how it works. So yeah, that what a bad fucking show.
Not fantastic.
Yeah.
By any means. Although Mick Foley did go head first through a goddamn table.
Yeah, I mean, other than that,
So
honestly,
I can't be too mad at the
pretty
whole
good.
thing.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty,
And rockabilly dancing.
Yeah, of course.
Dancing in big air quotes. And that's most of it. Yeah. I was going to say trying his best, but literally not. Even by any metric, he's not doing a good job or even trying to.
Like, it's on the level of Tracy Smothers comedy dancing.
Yeah.
Like, Tracy's jokingly, mockingly dancing.
Yeah, he's doing dumb dancing
whereas,
on
like,
purpose.
Rockabilly's like, I don't want to fucking do this.
I'll
do a little quick step.
A little foot shuffle for you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Look,
What a guy.
Here's all you guys need to know. The secret letter is S. And that's the end of it.
Do we do Twitters?
I think in all the confusion we didn't. So do the Twitters at not Scott Henson.
At Sarian Softballs. You can also follow me on Letterboxd, Drew Sarian.
And
don't follow Scott, because he only likes movies that are the 5th or 6th movie in a franchise.
I'm a big Terminator Genesis guy.
Yep.
I'm a Predators guy.
Mm-hmm.
And a third example.
Fast 8. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and I also secretly hope you didn't enjoy it.
Win-win.
See you later.
Goodbye.